Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Kao from AI Web3, and today I'm so glad to have Zoe here. So, Zoe, can you please introduce yourself a little bit and any projects you are working on?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everyone. We are streaming live from Singapore. We are here at Polkadot Decoded Asia, and I'm happy to talk to your community today. I'm Zoe. I'm a head ambassador for Polkadot in the ecosystem since almost over 5 years now, but also a partner and VP of growth at Phala Network, a parachain on Polkadot and Kusama that focuses on trusted execution environments to provide security for AI use cases. So I'm very happy to talk about my head ambassador role, but also maybe about AI security.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, awesome. Is this the first time you come to Singapore?
No, actually not. I have studied in Shanghai at Fudan Dashio in my bachelor's.
Really?
Yes, I
That's
did.
my dream school.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And then I did travel to Singapore several times when I was a teenager, but also during my studies.
Did you like here? How
I
did
love
you feel about
Singapore. It's great to be back.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you please share like how did you first get in Polkadot? Any interesting stories you want to talk about the journey like about joining Polkadot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my journey was started in San Francisco. This was my first touch point with Polkadot. In 2017 already, I learned about blockchain in general from a trading perspective from my brother. But like Polkadot, I was introduced in Silicon Valley, where I did my second master's in cybersecurity. And I really was inspired by the innovation that Polkadot brings to Web3 over Ethereum Bitcoin community. So yeah, several years ago. And since then, I'm still here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's great. Yeah. As a head ambassador, what's your main responsibility? Like which area of the Polkadot eco are you most passionate about?
Yeah, this is a great question. I mean, me being a community member or an ambassador since already 5 years, now I'm very excited and also grateful for the community to be re-elected as a head ambassador, because the re-election is connected to our new on-chain collective, which is a very unique mechanism to Polkadot, right? That we only have on Polkadot, not on other ecos or other blockchains in Web3. So my role before was really focused on events. I also founded the Events Bounty 2.5 years ago, which I left as a curator, but now really focusing on my head ambassador role in the on-chain collective. And my application was focused on growing the AI narrative on Polkadot, because AI is for me a very important topic. It's the use case to merge with Web3. And I believe Polkadot is very strong in being positioned as a leader, as a main framework to bring AI use cases into our use case, into our ecosystem.
Nice.
So we have specific parachains, right? But also ecosystem teams that already build on Polkadot. This is my focus, to really bring in AI use cases to connect leaders that talk about AI in Polkadot. But also on the other hand, there's a lot of operational things that we have to do, because we are an on-chain collective now. Right? An on-chain collective is something super exciting, but that we all have to figure out also as head ambassadors how to run a collective, a program decentralized in on-chain, right?
Right.
So there are a lot of different things that we have to manage, but my main focus will be on growing AI.
Oh, that's great. So good. So do you think the AI will have in Web3 can reach the mass adoption, get more users?
Yes, 100%.
Awesome.
For me, AI and Web3 is a great use case, because we finally found two technologies that really are taking off over the years. I mean, blockchain is also a pretty old technology. AI is maybe a bit older, but finally took off, right? And everyone is using it on a daily basis. So for me, it's the merge that we really see that AI bringing agents on-chain, right? Verifying them through blockchain, decentralizing data models or training models, right? For more security, and bringing in trusted execution environments or verifiable compute or GPU power into the AI tech stack. These are all very important components that we need from the Web3 side to bring into AI. And then other way around, right? AI brings a lot of data, a lot of transactions onto the blockchain. So I think this is a use case, two technologies, when they merge, the use case that is really bringing adoption.
That's awesome. Do you think actually AI needed the Web3 and it needed the blockchain?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, because if you think about now, AI is a big black box, right? There are a lot of models or even agents running off chain, and you don't really know if you can trust this agent or if this agent is verifiable, right? If it's really verifiable on executing what it's trained on, right? A lot of these models are closed source and then also not verifiable. So for me, AI really needs Web3 to verify the data and give the user more confidence in the AI tech stack, so that they know if they trust an agent to maybe execute a trade, right? This is a great Web3 use case. How can you verify also that this is being executed correctly? So it really is why AI needs Web3, is to give the end user more trust into the AI tech stack, but also for the developers to really monetize maybe their actions in AI. So yeah, I can go much deeper, but I think if it really is for the end users and the developers a great use case.
Awesome. Okay. Can you please share a little bit about OpenGov? We know Polkadot have OpenGov, right? And how the OpenGov can be optimized to better serve the community? What kind of things you think OpenGov can be improved or maybe?
This is great. Yeah, OpenGov is, for me, also one of the main products on Polkadot, or that Polkadot can sell, because OpenGov is, first of all, like an experiment, but a governance framework that runs pretty well in terms of the mechanics, right? And the ideology. So I think there's still a lot to learn and optimize on OpenGov to like resell it, so to say. But there's already a lot of mechanisms that work and that are very that are designed in very well and with a lot of detail. So, however, to optimize it, and with my past experience as like a founder of a bounty, of an on-chain bounty, now being part of the on-chain collective, there is a lot of things that we can optimize in terms of transparency. Because with decentralization, one of the downsides is the effectiveness, right? Because we become a bit slower. Polkadot has a great approach because we have a lot of decentralization, that we started to create small groups of experts, which we call on-chain bounties, right? We have almost like 40 or between 40 and 50 on-chain bounties on Polkadot that focus on events, on business development, on marketing, on anti-scams, right? And these bounties are run by curators that have expertise in issuing these funds. However, these bounties are all run off-chain, right? Only the funds get on-chain. So my perspective in what we can optimize in OpenGov is actually connecting proposals on-chain with also submissions that run off-chain through bounties. So that the connection between bounties and OpenGov management is a bit disconnected. And this is where we see a lot of optimization. And this is what I'm working on as well.
Oh, wow. That's nice. What are the most important actions that need to be taken to continue the growth of Polkadot?
Yeah, that's a great question. But no, a great question. I do have an answer to, but it's really to make more noise, right? To make more noise is simplified. Polkadot is around long enough to really have like a good branding, and I really need to give credits here to the Distractive team that is the new marketing or the main marketing agency for Polkadot, which really nailed down a very simple messaging for Polkadot, and they do a great job on creating more content in a simplified way. Now with the new ambassador program or the on-chain collective, we have great 21 head ambassadors that are very outgoing, that really talk and educate about Polkadot, and also focus on investor relations, on business development, on specific narratives like gaming or AI, that educate about open governance. So it's a great group of diverse experts that can represent Polkadot in different areas. And I think this is what we need more of. So I think we are starting already to get on the right track with simplifying our messaging, as well as talking about it in different areas.
Nice. What's your plan to grow Polkadot community or Polkadot ecosystem?
Yeah, to come back to the AI side, right? It's really on pushing AI, and I feel with so first of all, I would like to bring together a lot of AI thought leaders that we have, like founders that build on Substrate framework to create like roundtables to discuss AI on Polkadot or Substrate based. And then also find ways how we can include some more developers from the Web2 world, because AI developers are not necessarily Web3 experts, right? It's like a different audience, but we can excite them why they want to integrate with Web3. So, and I think if we really touch on the thought leadership to push a message on why Polkadot is good for AI and the other way around, and then include some developers that can build on cool technology, this is how I would like to grow the ecosystem for the AI narrative.
Oh, nice. What message did you want to send to Polkadot Decoded Asia participants?
Thank you so much for having me here and for a great organization. I think it's a nice get together in Asia. I was just in Decoded Brussels, definitely a different vibe. And the message is to really stay curious about all the upcoming new projects on Polkadot, right? And not only core time or like Jam, which like Jam is much more far out, but also new chains that are being launched, right? Or new initiatives that the head ambassadors are raising now. So really stay curious and stay engaged. And I would also like to encourage a lot of people to do more meetups, to do more events, to talk about Polkadot, especially in your region, geographically in Asia or Europe or North America. So especially here, try to get funding from the ecosystem and show your expertise in bringing speakers and talk about Polkadot with your local community.
Wow, that's nice. I am so glad. Yeah, well said.
Nice.
What's the last question? Like, what's the most exciting thing you have for this year about? Could be Polkadot. It could be other things. Like what's your most exciting thing for this year?
That already happened, so to say. I think what I'm super excited about is really that we finally provide security for upcoming use cases, right? And I need to come back to AI here because why we touched already why AI needs to be connected with Web3. And I would like to highlight on Phala Network here, where we provide trusted execution environments, or a TE-based co-processor for AI, meaning that we provide not only CPU, but now also GPU, TE verifiable hardware and compute to make AI more secure and verifiable. And trusted execution environments is, in comparison to ZK or fully homomorphic encryption, more security from a hardware side. So it got always a lot of criticism from the Ethereum community or also from Polkadot that it's a very simple cryptographic mechanism, right? Because it's hardware. However, now with like the use cases that come up, we really realize that TEs are super important. And I'm very happy that this year we got a lot of traction, right? We have a TEE conference happening, a lot of side events also talking about TEE and AI security here in Singapore. And this is what I'm very excited about, that finally we recognize that not only software, cryptographic mechanisms, but also hardware-based mechanisms are important for these use cases.
Wow, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.